Hi there, Ahmed. This is Michael. I am the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons at the TOEFL online course, the 7-step system to pass the TOEFL IBT. And you made a comment for me. I think you sent it by email. I'm going to go ahead and take a look at it right now and your situation. So you say, thank you for your advice. I registered for the online course. You advised me to cancel the TOEFL IBT that was on May 15th, but I was not able to do that even though I took the exam, and I obtained 75 with 19 reading, 20 speaking, listening, and then you had 16 on the writing. So even though I took the exam randomly without even a minute of preparation, I have a question. You advised me. You don't want to say advice. It's ADVISED. So you advise me in the video below to read every day 45 to 60 minutes. Do you recommend to me specific items also for listening? I do. Listening, the main thing is you're more likely to follow a routine if you pick the things that you're interested in listening or reading. If you wanted some tips, nationalpublicradio.org. That's a great website for listening. Also, you have TED Talks, which is another website for your listening comprehension. So both of those will be important for you. A third one, you might want to write this down, Randall's Cyber Listening Lab, RANDILL''S, Randall's Cyber Listening Lab. Those are three great websites that you can go to begin practicing your listening, but also watch movies in English, listen to the news in English, watch documentary and science type programs on TV. That's also important. Now, you also had a question about, can you send me the links of specific magazines or college books, and I will take care. I would say for books, again, you should be picking things that you have an interest in. If you have access to a library where you live right now, you can go to the library and then find books that you have an interest in and start reading them. If you want newspapers, I'd recommend a newspaper that has more what I call higher level type vocabulary, such as the New York Times and also the Wall Street Journal. You might want to write that down. Just Google. You can Google those two things. You can find those online. You'll probably have to create a subscription. Again, two good newspapers, the Wall Street Journal and the New York Times. That's what I'd recommend there. You say, another question, you think the transition from 61 to 75 without preparation is a good sign to jump to the next score, 93, using your three recommendations, 1 hour reading, 1 hour listening, and 2 hours online? I don't know. It's hard to say. You know, to go from 61 to 75, remember that 61 is a more basic TOEFL score. To go from 75 to 93, 93 is a very high score. So usually the closer you get to your target score, the more difficult and the harder you will have to work. So I still stand by. You probably will need about 90 days. I would not try to shortcut the process, because you're trying to focus not just on the TOEFL, you're trying to focus on honestly building your academic English language proficiency. If you follow my tips, the 1 hour reading, 1 hour listening, and then 2 hours going through my online TOEFL course, if you do this for 2 or 3 months, this is going to really help you build your academic English language proficiency. So I was telling you not to take the TOEFL, to cancel it, because I didn't think that you were ready to reach your goal, right? Your goal of 93. But you took it and you did make 75, which is a great sign. but it doesn't mean that you're done yet. You still have quite a bit of preparation in front of you. But to answer your question, I think to go from 61 to 75 is great. That's a lot of progress, but don't get too happy. You're going to have to fight. You're going to have to study. You're going to have to follow a lot of my tips and go through my lessons in my course if you want to reach that goal. And more importantly, by following my advice, you will genuinely, honestly improve your academic English language proficiency. Because remember, according to your goal here, you want to be a registered pharmacist in the United States. So this is kind of your goal. That means that you want to be able to speak English fluently to native speakers. You want to be able to read reading materials in English. You want to be able to write coherently with a high level of polish, with good development and a very strong organization and all those things, right? So the main thing is just keep at it. Follow my tips. I think in about 2 or 3 months, take the TOEFL again. However, if you don't want to make the $200 investment, you might consider taking one of my online full-length IBT practice tests on my website. You can take a practice test before the real TOEFL, and you can get a practice score, and then you can make a decision about whether or not you want to register for the official TOEFL exam. Alrighty? Hey, good luck to you. Thank you for your email and your follow-up. I'm glad that you told me how you did. You're making some great progress. You still need to keep working. Just hang in there. And all the best to your high-scoring TOEFL success.